Walls throughout halls of a Four Seasons loft. In Austin, I stalled, paused. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice at woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving and grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and it is Tuesday. It is still somewhat raining, wet outside, which is good. Like I said, I got to plant my seed from my backyard grass the other day or yesterday, or Sunday, which of course it slightly rained yesterday, which I was really happy. And so the seeds got to sink in before the heavy rain kicked in. So I was happy about that. So now my dog Ace won't have a muddy, dirty yard in the back where he can just come in because I had to kill all my grass because of the weeds. And but anyway, so happy that it's not raining so much, but it's still wet. So hopefully when that all goes away, it'll be a good thing. But, you know, for those of you who haven't had a chance to water your yard, because every other day you can water your yard, whatever, depending on what day, odd or even. I know my friend Gary Vick was whining about how he's odd days. Some people are even days. And so it's pretty funny that he had to do that because he gets frustrated because he's just moved from Meeker, about to sell his house. By the way, go to my website or my Facebook page or Gary Vick's Facebook page, and you can see his house is up for sale in Meeker. He finally moved to the city. Thank God. He don't have to drive 45 minutes one way to work every day. So that's a good thing. Have to worry about him being on the road. But the yard is, the grass is already starting to turn green. I'm looking at my front yard. The grass is already starting to turn green a little bit from getting all the water. So that'll be a good thing. At least I have a nice yard. I don't really care that much about it. That's not that big of a thing to me, but to some people it is. So let's talk about a little NFL news because we had talked yesterday about Terry McLaurin and how he should be signed. He did get signed, because I didn't check it right before I went on air yesterday, and that the Commanders did sign him. And since then, some other news has happened in NFL. First of all, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged, which I'm happy for both of them. Travis, they've been together, I guess, 3 years now, and Travis finally popped the question to her in a deal, which was good for him. Right before the football season started, which of course is going to bring even more eyes to the Chiefs games, going to bring even more eyes to him and to them. And lucky man, for you to get a woman who's beautiful, who's smart, who's talented, who loves you, and someone who encourages you and helps you get better and is willing to learn about what you do. And you already knew about what she did, but to get more involved in what she does, but a woman who knew nothing about sports, but who was willing to say, okay, what is football? What is this? What is that? And for her to become more knowledgeable about it, that's a huge thing. Because I was talking to somebody the other day about, could you date someone who doesn't like sports? And there's two sides of that. There's the side that you cannot date someone who doesn't like sports, which means you get to go to your boys to sporting events and this and that. But if something big happens to your team, she doesn't care one way or another, and I have a couple of friends like that. One of my good friends, she's like that. She doesn't care about. She'll go watch just to go or whatever, but she doesn't care. She'll go to be with you, but you can't really talk to her about it. She just doesn't care. And then I have my bestie, one of my best friend, Jennifer Falkenstein, who we go to Thunder games together, and she's extremely knowledgeable, which is great for me because I can talk to her about the games. I can talk to her about what's going on. And she is more passionate, just as passionate, I'd say more, just as passionate about it as I am. So, we were talking about that. So the fact that he got with a woman who was willing to learn his sport, even though it's probably maybe his last year, maybe one more year. I think it depends on what happens. If they win the Super Bowl, he's for sure retiring. If they don't, if they have an early exit, maybe he will. Maybe he'll give it an extra year. Whatever. I don't know if that will matter so much to him, but I'm sure he wants to go out on top to get his fourth Super Bowl in 7 years, which is a huge, huge accomplishment for fourth and 6 years, I guess it would be because they have 3 and 5, so 4 and 6 years is what it would be. So that's a huge accomplishment for him. And so anyway, shout out to those two. And for all you Taylor Swift haters, I don't get it. Why are you hating on her? I mean, think about this. How many dads now get to take their daughter to a football game? Now she's interested in football because of Taylor Swift. You get to enjoy your passion now with your little girl or your girls, depending if you're a girl dad. And I know friends of mine who are girl dads who only had daughters. They're girl dads. Kobe was a, I'm wearing a Kobe shirt today. He's a girl dad, so there's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, congratulations to those two. And then the Bengals. Those Cincinnati Bengals finally signed Trey Hendrickson to a 1-year, $30 million contract, giving him, uh, uh, which gives him a free agent at the end of the year, which allows him to go out and search the free market because it's a what is it? He was going to get 16, so that's a $14 million raise he's going to get for this year only. But it gives him the ability to search and do the open market because I just don't think the Bengals had the money because they paid Joe Burrow, they paid uh, uh, Jamar Chase, and they played T. Higgins. So I don't think they had the cash because it's a family owned business. It's not like Jerry Jones, who's a family owned business, but he's worth $5 billion by himself or whatever, 6 billion, 4 billion, or 4 billion, and whatever it is by himself with the family. So he can afford to, pay these outrageous amounts of money and not have to worry about it, where the Brown family cannot. So anyway, shout out to them getting it done. So now there's only one holdout, and that's Micah Parsons. Because with the Commanders finally signed Terry McLaurin yesterday to 3 years, $96 million with a $30 million signing bonus. That's a good thing with them, which I'm sure that helps them. And like I talked about yesterday, that makes a huge difference because what does that do? Their quarterback is a young quarterback. It's in his second year. And Jane Daniels is a huge, has a huge step to climb because second sophomore jinx does happen. So what is he going to be able to do in his second year? And you take away his security blanket, and we talked about it quarterbacks earlier. Who is their security blanket? Who, if I need third down and 6 or fourth down and 6, who am I going to go to? Who do I know is I can throw the ball up, whether he's double covered or not, he will go get the ball and make a play for me. That's his security blanket. That's the guy who got him the yardage that he needed to make him the rookie of the year last year. So I think for me, when you look at that, how can you not sign him? What took you so long? Now, the owner of the Commanders does have money because he also owns, I believe, the Houston Rockets. So he has the money. It's not like he doesn't. Guys like that have the money. You just bring in additional guys with deep pockets as well to help you with the fun. But the NFL is the number one brand in the world as far as, as far as the world, because of the simple fact that when you look at the franchises who are in the top franchise in the world, it's either football, soccer, or football, American football, or football is in European or international, however you want to look at it. And when you think of them finally doing what they needed to do to get him signed right before the season starts, look at who they play, look at who their schedule is, and look who they've got to do. You have no choice but to get that done. You have no choice but to get that done. So I like what they did. I like what Cincinnati finally did, just getting off the side. And now it's up to Jerry and the Dallas Cowboys. And once again, Jerry's waiting to the final second, which is what he does. And for a man who's so smart in business, like he said, and I don't know if you've seen the Cowboys was America's team, the gambler, whatever, had to throw his name in there. It's strictly about him getting exposure, about him, leaving his legacy out there because he's getting at that point where, let's face it, he doesn't have much time with us. He just doesn't. You can just see it. But with that being said, he's he has to. He said, there was soap opera. And he just wants the Dallas Cowboy name out there over and over and over and over and over, which allows them to be worth 12 billion or whatever they are, simply because he keeps their name relevant. Whether it's good or bad, you're out there, and that's what he does. So, but I'm like, even if he signed him, Micah Parsons, today or this week, he ain't playing next week against arguably one of the best offensive lines of pro football. And he hadn't played, he hadn't hit, he hadn't done anything. I just don't understand what Jerry's doing. And now, is Micah gonna be the highest paid player? 100%. He says they're not that far apart, but they haven't talked. Jerry's still mad because Micah told him don't call him no more. Talk to his agent, which Jerry should have done. Well, I did it back in the day. Well, that's back in the day. Jerry. It's completely changed now. But with older men like that, older successful businessmen, they do what they do. They do what they've always been accustomed to doing. You're not going to change who they are. They are set, especially when they're wealthy. They don't give a shit. They just don't. And they don't have to. You know, when you're worth $16 billion with your team or whatever total, do you give a shit? No, you don't. $4 billion by yourself, do you give a shit? No, you don't. And you're 80-something years old, you don't give a shit. You're going to do whatever the hell you want, however you want to do it, and that's it. Because you can go wherever you want, whenever you want, do whatever you want, however you want to do it. The world is yours to go anywhere at any time to do anything. So, you know, I just to me, I feel sorry for the Cowboy fans because, once again, you will be relevant. Your name will be out there, but once again, it's going to be a disappointment to your team. Now, if they had chances to get to the NCAA in an NFL championship game, I still believe Des Bryant, that was a catch against the Packers. I believe that. To me, this day, to me, the NFL, I'm like, he caught the ball, turned, took a couple steps, reached out, the ball hit the ground while he was trying to just go for a touchdown, and he ruled it a fumble. I still, to me, I don't understand that. I still don't. I don't know what the hell you're thinking, except you don't like Jerry Jones and you don't like the Cowboys. I mean, you know, that's the only thing I can say about it on replay. He caught the ball, turned. Oh, well, he didn't take. Yes, he had control. I still to this day. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but to me, that was a great play by Dez. Now he's an OSU guy, so maybe I am partial. But come on, guys. I'm sorry. To me, that one got me on that one. That one was. I still don't understand it. I just don't. Just like the interception with the Rams. I don't understand that. With the Saints. I don't understand that. That's pass interference. He pushed him off. He's not even looking at the ball's in the air. What are you doing? But those are things. That's just some of my highlights. But anyway, for the Cowboy fans, like I said, football season is right around the corner. It is next week. I'm excited about it. The reason why I'm excited is because the Thunder are right around the corner. October 21st. The OKC Thunder are here. But let's stay with NFL. With the second half of the show, we're going to talk about the Thunder and talk about NBA basketball. So, but when you look at the NFL schedule, which is here, you look at the schedule, which is here. It's coming. Okay. See if I can pull it up here. When I look at the NFL schedule, here we go. This is next week's schedule. Okay. This is next week's schedule. You have the Cowboys and the Eagles, and like I said, Micah's not playing anyway. Jerry, I mean, I know you want to keep the Cowboys because, let's face it, if he signed Micah anytime soon, the Cowboys, we wouldn't be talking about him anymore. There's nothing left to talk about him. There's nothing left to say about the Cowboys. It's over. And so, to me, I don't see that. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand what they were doing because of the simple fact that, Jerry, come on, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing, Jerry? I just don't get it. I got to change this one thing here because I forgot to do it. So I'm changing it right now on my schedule, on my thing here. Because remember yesterday I had the charges in here twice and I forgot to change it, so I'm doing that now. So when I do this, it will pop up to correct. I forgot to do that yesterday when I got off the air. So let me see. Pop that up. Boom and boom. And all right, there we go. Got that done. That drove me nuts. I was looking at that just now. So, but when you look at the schedule, Cowboys and Eagles, like I said, I'm going to take the Eagles. They're gonna beat the Cowboys. They're going to spank the Cowboys. 6.5 points. I think they're going to spank them. That's just what I believe. I believe they're going to take advantage of them. They're going to beat the brakes off of them. That's what I think. I just do. Then you got the Chiefs and the Chargers. To me, that's going to be more of a game. And like I said, that's going to be Thursday night to open up the NFL season, the Cowboys and the Eagles. That game won't be a full game to watch because it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be long. And then we look at Friday night, the Chiefs and the Chargers. Like I said, I'll be working, so it's kind of hard for me. I'll be trying to figure out how to do that, and at least I think I will be. I might have to I'm gonna get off for that. I'm not gonna work. I'm not gonna work on that day. I'm not gonna work. I'm gonna take the night off. Chiefs at the Chargers because I want to see that game, the opening night in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And like I said, if you've seen the two, my jersey and my warm up behind me, those are the warm ups, the jersey that I wore playing for the USA team when we won our Junior World Championship, which is now the Under 19 Championships for the USA, was in Brazil. And how Ben, I was talking about how magnificent the stadium is. Like you drive on this major highway, and then it splits off, and there's this huge stadium in the middle, and you drive around it, and we got a chance to see it with the moat and stuff, and it's just the stadiums are like football stadiums. Can you imagine a football stadium being set in the middle of a highway? It's like it would be like going down I-40 and the old I-40, and then Paycom or whatever I knew arena is going to be is sitting in the middle, and you have to drive around it to see it. That's what it was like. It was just unbelievable, which gives you a lot of parking underneath and all kinds of things. But uh, it's going to be a great deal to be able to watch them. I wonder if they're going to be able to, if they're playing in that stadium, or I'm sure they probably have a new stadium by now. But the Chiefs at the Chargers, the Chiefs are 3.5 point favorites. 48 and a half is the over under. I believe that it was going to go over. I think the Chiefs are going to score. I think the Chargers are going to score. And then that rivalry is, to me, is so up and down. You never know who the hell is going to win that game. It always comes down to the last play. If the Chiefs win, it's always the last play. Either they're kicking a field goal or Travis is catching a touchdown pass from Patrick, or, the Chargers are throwing a pick six, missing. It's always something happening in that game. Always, always. So I cannot wait to see that particular game. It's going to be fantastic there in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And then, of course, Sunday, the first game's all at noon, which is a bunch of them. You got the Buccaneers at the Falcons, so we know in Oklahoma City what we're going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing Baker Mayfield. We already know that on Fox. That's going to be the show simply because Baker was the quarterback at the University of Oklahoma, so we already know. If there's a University of Oklahoma guy or Oklahoma State guy playing on an NFL team in a significant role, that is the game that will be televised locally. So I'm sure we will watch the Buccaneers at the Falcons. The Falcons are 2.5 point favorites. The over under is 47 and a half. And when I look at that, I go, okay, the Falcons, I believe, beat the Buccaneers twice last year, if I can remember correctly. Or maybe it was the Buccaneers beat the Falcons twice last year. Um, so that's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen in that game. I believe that when I look at it, man, that's still tough. I know yesterday I bounced back and forth. I really do. One day I'm with the Falcons, the next day I'm with the Buccaneers because the more I look at it, the more I just try to decide on what I want to do, and I need to talk to my guy about his opinion on that, Drew Hinthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com, and say what he likes and what he thinks. Buccaneers versus the Falcons, 2.5 point favorites, 47 and a half. Of course, that game will be on Fox, and it will be the game. And then, of course, we'll have the option on the CBS for the 12 o'clock game here in Oklahoma City because usually they show both games at noon and then the 3 o'clock game, depending on whether it's Fox or CBS, we get one or the other at the 3 o'clock game. So right now, today, I'm taking I'm taking the Falcons. I'm taking Penix. I think yesterday I took Baker. Today I'm going to take the Falcons at home. A little revenge. Uh, I think they're just going to be fine. I like what they're doing there in Tampa Bay, and I like what the Falcons are doing, what they're doing. Bengals at the Browns. I took the Bengals yesterday. I'm gonna take the Browns today at home. I mean, I know that they got Joe Flacco, or they signed Trey Hendrickson. The Bengals did, but their defense is atrocious. The Browns' defense is strong, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the Browns today. I took the Bengals yesterday. Like I said, I'm back and forth. Tomorrow I might take the Browns again, or I might take the Bengals again tomorrow. I don't know. I kind of go back and forth on these games. I'm wishy-washy. I'll admit I'm wishy-washy when it comes to football, really, because I mean, I like it. Don't love it. If that makes sense. I mean, I like it. If I watch it, I watch it. If I miss it, I miss it. I don't really. I don't. It's the only sport that I don't have a team in. I do not have an NFL team. Never have. It's just not my thing. I don't know what it is with that. It's just whatever. You know, NBA, yes. MLB, yes. Hockey, yes. But football, I like players. I'm a Mahomes fan. I'm a Lamar Jackson fan. I'm a Josh Allen fan. I'm a C.J. Stroud fan. I'm a Joe Mixon fan. I'm a Derrick Henry fan. You know, that's what I am. I'm a Jefferson fan. Not so much Jamar Chase, but I am a Jefferson fan. I'm a Kelsey fan. I'm a Creed Humphrey fan. You know, I like players. If you're a great player, I like players. Is what I like. I don't teams of me or whatever. And I know that's flippant or whatever, but I just don't really care. I really don't. Then when you look at the Dolphins and the Colts, the next game, I know the Colts are favored in that. Let me see. Are the Colts favored? The Colts are favored. I just, with Tyreek going through what he's going through, I just don't know if I trust them. I think I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to take. I'm going to take the Dolphins. I just don't trust the Colts, if that makes any kind of sense. I mean, I like them, but I don't really, it doesn't really matter that much to me. I'm going to probably take the Colts if I have to in that game. Raiders at the Patriots. I like the Patriots. I like what they're doing there. I love their coach. I like their quarterback a lot. I think he's going to change that culture around. Even though I'm not a Boston fan, like I don't, the Bruins I love, but I'm not a Celtics fan, nor am I a Patriot fan, nor am I a Red Sox fan. But I do like Mike Vrabel, and like I said, we'll see what happens there. But the Patriots are the favorites in that game, so I'm going to take the Patriots. Cardinals and the Saints. Man, the Cardinals are minus 6 point favorites. I'm gonna go with Kyler. I'm gonna go with Kyler. That's what I'm gonna go with. I like Kyler a lot, and the Saints to me are just still a mess. I think that they are. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with Kyler, and I'm gonna take the points minus 6 over under 42.5. The Patriots game is minus 3, 42.5. So I'm gonna take the Patriots and the points in that game. I'm taking the Cardinals and the points in that game. I think the Cardinals' defense is a lot better than what people think. The Steelers and the Jets. I'm taking the Steelers. I think that the Steelers, I took them yesterday too. I'm taking them. I'm going to stick with the Steelers over the Jets. I think the Jets I'm not a Fields fan. I'm just not. I've watched him play several times. I'm just not that big of a fan of Justin Fields. I'm just not. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Steelers and their quarterback. I'm just Aaron Rodgers. That's who I'm going with. So I'm taking the Steelers and the points. Mine giving up 3 points. 37.5 is over under. I don't think I'll take the under if I'm gonna take one. I don't think either one of them will score a whole lot of points. Giants and the Commanders. I'm taking the Commanders all day, every day, especially now they got Scary Terry McLaurin back. The Commanders minus 6. The Giants has a great defense, but offensively, I'm not sure what they're going to do yet. But the Commanders' defense is, I don't. Their defense is suspect. So how about this? How about I think the Commanders will win, but I don't think they'll win by 6. How about that? Let's take the Giants and the points. I think the Commanders will win, but I'm going to take the Giants, and I'm taking 6 points. And I'm going to take the under 46.5 because of the Giants' defense. I think that the Commanders' defense sucks, but I do believe they're going to score on the Giants. So I'm going to go. That's how I'm going to do that. Panthers at the Jaguars. I'm going to take Trevor Lawrence again. 6.5 points favorites at home. I think the Panthers still have a lot to do. I'm just not a fan of their owner. I'm not a fan of the organization. Like their quarterback Bryce Young, but I'm going to go ahead and take Trevor Lawrence in this game. I just am. I think they're going to take care of business. 6.5. I believe that'll be fine. I'm going to take the points. I'm going to take the Jags in that. The Titans and the Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos at home. I know it's not mile high anymore, but I'm taking the Broncos. My guy Jose Fierro's team. I'm taking their team, taking the points, 8 points. 41.5 is over under. I think that they're going to score. I don't know. I want to say it's 24-14, maybe 28-17. So if it's 28-17, that's the points. That's going to take the over. But I don't know how well the Titans are going to be able to score on the Broncos. So I'm going to take the under. I think the Broncos are going to score, and it might be 42, so it may be close. 28-14. Let's take the over. Let's 42 points. 28-14 is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Broncos in that and the points. I think they're going to beat up on the Titans. I just do. Niners and the Seahawks, like I said yesterday, it's going to be a hell of a game. I'm going to probably take the Seahawks again. Well, I took the Niners yesterday. Like I said, I'm bouncing back and forth because it's football. I'm gonna probably take the Seahawks are getting 2.5 points. I'm gonna take the Seahawks and the points. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the Seahawks because if they beat the Niners, I think they can beat the Niners. And if they lose, I think they'll barely lose. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Seahawks and the points right there. Lions and Packers, I think it's gonna be a hell of a game. I'm gonna take the Packers. They've upgraded their wide receiver group. Their defense is still gonna be strong. I'm gonna go ahead and take them because I believe that they're gonna handle their business and do what they need to do to win the game. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to take the Packers in this game simply because I like what they're doing. I love their quarterback. I think that their schedule, playing at home in that first game, even though it's a conference rival, I think it's going to be a hell of a game. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Packers. And like I said, my deal is I'm going back and forth every day on this thing. And I know that that's frustrating. It's frustrating for me too, but I just am. Because like I said, it's football season. I'm like y'all. I mean, I'm whatever. I'm really, truly whatever with it. If it works, great. If not, whatever. I really don't. It's football. I'm just a basketball guy. Not apologizing for it. Then of course that next game, of course, is the Texans at the Rams. I had the Chargers yesterday, and I fixed that. And Texans and the Rams. I like LA, especially if Matt Stafford's healthy. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick with the Rams just like I did yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and I know it's gonna go against my grandson, and yesterday I took my grandson's team, the Texans, but I'm gonna go ahead because I don't know if I need to search up on whether Joe Mixon's playing or not. Because if Joe Mixon's playing, I'm probably gonna be with my grandson, but for the most part, it all depends on Matt Stafford. How healthy is he? We don't know how healthy his back is. We're still up in order about that. If he's healthy, I'm taking the Rams because I believe the Rams would have beaten or should have beaten the Eagles or could have beaten the Eagles. That's what I think. They were one play away from actually beating the Eagles. So I'm gonna go ahead and I like the Rams. I like what they're doing there in LA. The Ravens at the Bills, man, it's going to be a hell of a football game. That's going to be a hell of a football game. Sunday night, I will be tuned in. Ravens and the Bills. I just think it's going to be a hell of a football game. I just do. And the Bills, I know they're minus 1.5. They're giving 1.5 points to the Ravens. Uh, Two of my favorite quarterbacks, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Like I have Patrick Mahomes 1, Josh Allen 2, Lamar 3. Or you can do Patrick Mahomes 1, Lamar 2, Josh 3. However you want to do it. They just both make plays. But you remember the Ravens were up 21-3 and lost. They were up 21-3 and lost to the Bills. Now, of course, Mark Andrews dropped a pass, which is uncharacteristic of him, and people were getting on him about it, which to me is idiotic. He's one of the best tight ends in football. It's stupid, stupid. But I'm gonna probably take Josh Allen and the Bills at home, even though yesterday I took the Ravens in a revenge. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stick with what I did yesterday. I'm gonna take the Ravens in a revenge game from the divisional games. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Ravens because they should have beaten them to go to the conference final to play the Chiefs last year in a revenge game from the year before where the Chiefs beat the Ravens in Baltimore. The Ravens would have had a chance to beat the Chiefs in Kansas City in a revenge game. So I'm gonna take the Ravens. Monday night, Vikings and the Bears. I don't really care. I mean, I do want to watch Caleb, but for the most part, it's kind of like, whatever. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, whatever with that. I don't really care at all about that game. It's whatever you want to do. Whatever. But if I'm gonna pick one, I'm gonna pick the Vikings. I'm gonna pick the Vikings. I know I should go with Caleb Williams, and I should, but I just don't have confidence in the guy right now. I believe he is going to get there. I just don't have the confidence in him at this point to say that they're going to win that first game, national stage, big game. I think that they are. I'm more confident in the Bears later on in the season than I am in the beginning. I think they've got a lot of things to work on. So I think if you're going to beat the Bears, you're going to beat them in the first 4 to 5 weeks, and then it's going to be tougher to beat them in the last 10 weeks. That's the way I'm looking at the Bears this year and what they're trying to do. So that being said, let's go ahead and give our sponsors some love. SRB, if you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guys up. They love to take care of you. If you have need, like I said, if you're building a new complex, hit those guys up. They'll lay it out for you, plan it out, make sure everything is to do all the surveying, make sure everything is what you need. Also, if you have a water treatment plant in your city or county, they are fantastic civil engineers, and they'll make sure you have clean drinking water. Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit my guys up over there. They love to take care of my guy, Jose Fierro. He makes sure that whatever you have need to be moved will be done, and he's constantly working on his truck to make sure it's ready to go at all times. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. The Equal Housing Lender, a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or go into one of their 5 locations, the main bank at 401M, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40. YB Peoples, located on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, the House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. If you haven't smelled this stuff, it is so delicious. It is so delicious. I promise you. Go get some smells. Talk to the people. Tell them that we sent you over there. And talk to my girl Beth. She'll give you some samples. Just promise you. It's worth it. Penn Square Mall, the Dillards. If you're a woman, go into the women's department on the West Dillard store. If you're a man, the East Side on the East Dillards. Promise you. It's worth it. Go there. Check it out. Promise you. You'll enjoy it. And it smells so good. I get so many compliments on the different, I think I have 3. I have Adventus, and I have the special Adventus, and then I have one other. I have the what is it? I have it in the other room there. But I have one more that's really good. Oh my God, Mountain. Rocky Mountain Stream or something like that. It's really, really good. Fresh outdoors. And especially if you're a woman, you want something for your guy, hey, as they always tell me, Matt, remember, pick the best for your best. Agreed 100%. If you're a man, go to the women's department. Pick the best for your best. Your significant other. Promise you. It is well worth it. Promise you. Now, the Thunder season, like I said, is right around the corner. It's coming up. We talked about this yesterday about how everybody's talking about Kevin Durant and talk about us, how it's, the fact of how the NBA is messy and how he is going to be our first game and how he talked about how we weren't going to win a championship. And here we are about to win one, to have won one. And he's going to watch us raise the banner. He's going to watch us, he's going to watch us get the rings, which I'm excited to see the rings too. I bet they're going to be gorgeous. But the most important thing to me is that he'll be on the court. Because the other stuff, I don't think I don't think the opposing team, if I'm him, I'm not wanting to be on the court watching them win. Actually, if it was me, I'd be proud because that's the team that drafted me. That's the team I was with, even though I didn't like what they did and I did what I did to leave, which I have no problem with why he left. Zero problems. To me, though, being on the court with SGA, when he sets the NBA record for 73 straight games of scoring 20 points or more, to me, nobody's talking about that yet. And I'm like, how am I the only person talking about how that's an integral part too? Yes, it's great that he's there and he's going to watch us raise the banner and he's going to watch us get rings. Yeah, that's great. But he's going to get his record broke that has stood for 9 years, 9 years, whatever, 2017, 9 years, 8 years, whatever it is, of the most consecutive 20-point games in a row. And he's going to break that with him being on the court. Well, KD may be on the deal, but I'm hoping that he's going to be on the court. Scoring it against him would be my thing. Score the 21st and 22nd point or 23rd point, however, against him. That would be, to me, the most apropos thing that could happen. I would love that. Excuse me. I would love that. That, to me, being at the game, being able, because I'm going to tell you, when he gets 18 points, I can promise you, I'm videoing that moment. And hopefully it's against KD, for him to score on KD. That would be going on my reel. That would be going on social media. That would be going on this show. That would be going on after the Storm OKC Thunder post-game analysis. It'd be going everywhere. Okay? It would be going everywhere if he scored on Kevin Durant. So what kind of hard day would that be? Number one, even though I do believe Houston's going to win the game simply because there's just too much going on to me. That's a lot going on. You got the banner, you got the rings, and SGA doing that. That's a lot. But if we were to win that, I mean, think about that. What kind of hell of a day would that be? You have to come to your former city. You have to watch us raise a banner. You have to watch us get rings. SGA breaks your record against you, and we win the game. So you get the loss, you get the loss, you get the loss, and you get the loss. To me, that would be the ultimate in your face to him. And I'm a huge KD fan. Like I said, he's going to be in my top 10, my 10th player of my all time. He's going to be in my top 10. And one thing I'm going to have to do, though, I'm going to have to take, because, to be genuine, to be real honest, I got to take some players truly out because of my top 10, which is going to be Wilt and Bill Russell, because I was so young when they played. Wilt I got to see when I was 11, so he's a part of Lakers. But Bill Russell, I didn't really get the chance to see him. But I saw Michael, I saw Magic, I saw Larry, I saw Dr. J, I saw Kobe, I saw Magic, I saw Tim Duncan. I saw these guys play. I didn't really see Bill Russell. I was young, in the 60s. I'm 7, 8 years old, and I mean, they really weren't on TV. So I can't really, I put him in because of his greatness. Uh, hey, Alex, what's going on? My new top 10. I was thinking about that. When I said that, Alex, I'm going to probably have to go with Michael, Kareem, Wilt, or Magic Wilt, Kobe, LeBron, Dr. J, Tim Duncan. Oh, Larry Bird. Forgot Larry Bird. He's up higher than that. It would be LeBron, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan. Then to replace until Kevin Durant retires, I can't put Alex. I can't put him in there until he retires. So, man, man, there were some really good players. Jerry West. So I've got Michael, Kareem, Wilt, Magic, Kobe, LeBron, Larry, Tim Duncan, Jerry West. Oh, Dr. J. That's what I was missing, Dr. J. So let me go over that again. Michael, Kareem, Wilt, Magic, Kobe, LeBron, Larry Bird, Dr. J. Yes, that's correct. Tim Duncan, and then Jerry West. Because Jerry West was just ridiculous. But once again, you have to give the man his props. He's the logo, and he's just a lot. But I watched the guy when he was in his 40s killing these bunch of young brothers at the LA Fitness Center there, just killing them. Just killing them. I was like, who the hell is this white dude? He was just killing them. So that would be my top 10 right now. And I probably, like I said, Kevin Durant will step in there, uh, that because I can't see anybody else replace anybody else. I'm not putting Steph in there. Who the hell am I going to take out for Steph? I'm not taking out Tim. I'm not taking out Dr. J. I'm not taking out Bird. I'm not taking out LeBron. I'm not for Steph. I'm not doing that because he doesn't play both sides. So I'm not doing that. Okay, so that would be my 10. Jerry West would be the guy that I would replace Bill Russell with. So that's my 10. That's my 10, Alex, if I had to do it. So that being said, when you look at the Thunder schedule this year, the amount of games we're playing, uh, we have 13 back-to-back games, which we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to talk about those 13 back-to-backs because back-to-backs matter. But it's who we play, where we're going to play them at. Are we playing them on the road? Are we playing them at home? Or we playing them like we played our first game, I think, is at the Mavericks. And then the next night we're playing at home, which is, what's Dallas? 30-minute flight from Dallas to here, whether you're flying out of Love Field or where you're flying out of, not Arlington, but, oh God, where's the Addison? Whichever one of those airports you're flying out of, I'm sure it's probably Love Field. Since it's closer, it's right there, close to the AAC, American Airlines Center. So I'm assuming it's Love Field back to Oklahoma City. So you're talking 35 minutes. So it's no big deal. It's there and back. And by the way, I'm going to probably go to, well, I don't know, what was it? I forget what night that game is on. Let me see. Do I have that up here real quick? If it's I think it's a Thursday. Yes, a Thursday. So I'll bounce up because Thursday nights are always good for me. So the Oklahoma City at the Mavs, that'd be October 27th. So I'm going to probably bounce down or go down to that game against the Mavs in Dallas. Get my boy to give me some tickets, and I'll hook up and I'll go down there because it's a Thursday night in Dallas. The game's at 7, so it'll be over 9:30. Hang out, party, get up the next morning, drive back to Oklahoma City, do the show at 2 o'clock on the 27th. Yes, I'll do the show at the 27th here back in Oklahoma City. So I'll get that done and just go down and enjoy the game there in Dallas, which I love Dallas. And it's 3 hours. Boom, hit the highway. Go down there, go to the game, go have dinner, go to the game, go out and hang out downtown Dallas afterwards, or go hang out at the library, which I'll probably do, or Javier's smoke a cigar. If we win, definitely go smoke a cigar at Javier's and then go back to the library because I'm sure that's probably where I'm going to stay and hang out there. So that may be it. I don't know quite what I'm gonna do, but I'm excited about that. So, but anyway, we have that coming up, and when I look at the Thunder's first, and I know it's a little early to be talking about the Thunder, but I'm a basketball guy. I'm a basketball guy. Football is great, whatever, but I'm a basketball guy. And I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about our Thunder, even though I'm excited about the OSU season. And I talked about that a little bit yesterday. And I'm just sitting there thinking about, uh, excited about going to the Thunder games. Who is our roster? Who are we keeping? What are we doing? And I'm excited about what we're going to do this year, whether we're going to repeat. I know a lot of our fans are wanting us to repeat, and I'm going to get into more detail about the Thunder on After the Storm, which we'll probably do tomorrow night, or tonight or tomorrow night. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do to get that going and kind of get a pre-Thunderish thing. So I'm excited about that and what's going to happen there. So, but when I think about the transfer back to football, you have OSU football, and everybody talking about which games are you going to go to, Matt. And I was like, you know what? I still have not changed that. I need to change that. OSU. I still have not changed that yet. I need to do that. Let me do that right now. That tells you how much I care about about football. I haven't changed that. Oh my God, Matt, you're a hot mess. You really are. You shouldn't be like that. It's probably not good. I'm talking about myself in the third person either. But uh, come on, Matt, you got to be better than that. OSU. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna change that because that's driving me nuts, guys. So I might as well do that. Little stuff that drives me nuts. I mean, I know it doesn't matter that much, but it drives me nuts. Anyway, Thursday, this Thursday, this Thursday is the first football game. 6:30 ESPN. Am I going? I don't know. I don't know, guys. My guess is probably. It depends on if it's raining or what the weather situation is. But I'll probably go hang out at UT Martin game, 6:30. I don't know if I'm gonna actually go to the game. I need to find out if I even got tickets to go to it. So if I do that, I may go. But that's the first game. It's this Thursday, so I'm excited about it. Kinda. I talked to my guy Randy Wright. We had the commander. We talked about that before. I know that he and his wife Kimberly are going. Of course, it's the first game, so they definitely want to do that. And Randy's more of a football guy than I am. I like football, but I'm not. If I miss a game, great. If I go to a game, great. Whatever. I'm torn between. I just don't really care. I know that's crazy, but I really don't. It doesn't bother me one way or another, to be honest. Uh, so I'll probably go down against as it is this Thursday, and with Santa Fe being closed, I don't have anything else going on. So I'll probably do the show here and then take off. Now, actually, you know what? It may not be bad to go do the show there. I might talk to Marco and him about doing the show there, and still want to just have everybody talk about. Well, I don't have any chairs. I got to get two. I'd have to have two chairs. Well, I'm sure somebody would have chairs for me. Bring my table down there, set everything up, because I've got my Wi-Fi here thing here, so I'm sure I could probably do the show there. That may be something. I might check into that. I can't do it at Joe's or anything like that because they already have a sports show. They do that, but I may do that. That might be. I might look into that. That may be fun. Go down for that, do the show there while everybody's setting up, tailgating, all the food, get people to come on and talk about football. Hey, that may be a good idea on Thursday. That might be a good idea Thursday. Saturday the 6th, that's just going to be an absolute beatdown. I believe they're gonna throttle us or throttle OSU. Just the football team. I just I'm not going to be watching that game. Okay. It's gonna be a big. I don't know why it's on CB. I don't get it. I don't get that one. I don't understand. Somebody needs to text me and understand. Tell me why that game is going to be on TV. Then of course the next Friday, the 19th, is Tulsa, and that's two Fridays. We actually have a week off, which I don't know why we got to buy so early. We probably need it though. And then we're going to be Tulsa at home at 11 a.m. on a Friday. I don't see, we probably won't do a show there, especially if I go to the game. We will not be doing a show there or doing a show there because when I drink, I don't do, I don't do my show when I drink. So I probably won't do a show after the Texas game or Tulsa game since it's 11. Plus, I don't know how I'm going to do it anyway, simply because the game's at 11. And I don't know how we're going to do that anyways on the 19th. So I don't know if there probably won't be a show that day. Saturday the 27th, Baylor at home. We can get that. And Meg, hate to break the news to you, we're gonna beat your Baylor Bears. Talking to my goddaughter Meg Tebow. Fortunately, she's not on where she can't give me a hard time right now because I'm sure she'd be all over me and giving me a bunch of crap. Then, of course, the 4th is at Arizona. Ooh, boy, I tell you what, that's going to be a tough game. The Wildcats are going to be really tough, especially at home. That's going to be an interesting one. Probably another L for us. But, who knows what OSU's going to do. Houston at home. I was hoping that was going to be in Houston so I could take my grandson to the game, but I'm going to go to take him to a Houston game there in Houston to watch the Texans play. But I got to find out if he's a Texans fan. And then, of course, Cincinnati at home, the Bearcats coming back to Stillwater, back-to-back games. That's something that we can win. Thunder OSU can win. The question is, will they? Do we have a quarterback? Do we not have a quarterback? What's the situation on that? Who the hell knows? I don't know. Do you know? Do we have a quarterback? Has he found one? And then, of course, going to Tech, I think that's going to be. I was thinking about going down and seeing my goddaughter Courtney and her husband Clay Palmer there in, but that's, man, Lubbock. That's 6.5 hours. That's a long drive. You know what I'm saying? That's a long drive to watch OSU get beat down. The game, actually, it would depend on what time the game is, to be honest with you. If it's an evening game, I may go down there. But go have dinner with them on Friday night, and and then have drinks and pregame and stuff with them, and of course Karen if she's there. And then November 1st at KU, that's just to be a game. I love Lawrence. I may just go up there depending on what time the game is, just to go for have fun. I love Lawrence. I do. Now I prefer to go up there and watch basketball, which I have yet to go to a game there yet. All this time, Bill has been the coach. I haven't been up there. It's sad. It's really sad. K-State at home. I think, depending on what we are at that point, where the OSU Cowboys are at that point, and if they're able to do something, we'll see if they're able to step up and play good and play decent and at least give the crowd something to cheer about. But after Kansas State, watching them and Iowa State play last Saturday in Ireland, what a great game that was. And K-State, I believe, gave the game to Iowa State. Iowa State a lot better than what people thought they were going to be, given their Coach Campbell his 100th victory there at Iowa State. Nice win. Nice way to go. Great game. Way to start off college football. And then, plus on top of that, the Irish. And the people in Ireland got to see a football game. And if you're a Kansas State fan and you're an Iowa State fan, I mean, why not be able to go to Dublin? Why not go to Ireland? That'd be a nice trip. Nice family trip. You know about it well in advance. Get your tickets, get everything set up. I'm sure they had travel agents and everybody had everything laid out. That'd been a fun trip. November 22nd, UCF. Man. I don't know how well do you have a quarterback? Do the Cowboys have a quarterback? All this depends on whether they have a quarterback. And I don't know if OSU has a quarterback. Do we have a quarterback? Yes or no? Does anybody know if OSU has a quarterback? You know what I'm saying? Does anybody know if OSU has a quarterback? Because the hell, I don't know if they have a quarterback. Do you know if they have a quarterback? Does anybody know? Because that's going to depend on what they do. That's going to depend on what the season's going to be. That's going to depend on if they win any games or they go 2 straight years without winning a football game. You know what I'm saying? A conference football game, which I don't know if that's ever happened before in the history of Oklahoma State football that they went 2 straight years without winning a conference game. I don't know if that's ever happened. So we'll see how that lays out. We'll see how that turnout happens. We really will. But if they don't, I think they'll be looking for a new coach, and we'll see how it works. But of course, will I be supporting them? Yes. Do I want them to win? Yes, because if the football wins, it makes good for basketball. So I'm not gonna be against it, but because I do want my school to do well in all sports. Because I know we're going to do well in baseball. I know we're going to do well in wrestling, defending champions. I know we're going to do well in basketball because we have a great coach and what he's doing there and changing the culture. I know we're going to do in soccer and women's soccer. I know we're going to do in women's softball. I know what we're going to do in baseball. Like I said, I know what we're going to do in all these sports. The question is, what are we going to do in football? What is the Oklahoma State going to do in football to lift it up? Now, that being said, hey, everybody keep your powder dry out there today. Enjoy yourself. Stay cool. Stay out of trouble. Peace out. And remember, world champions, October 21st.